Looking for a SIM plan for as little money as possible? In this video, we've looked at which mobile networks offer the cheapest prices in the UK at the moment. We've also explained how to avoid paying more than you need to for a new SIM-only plan. Before we begin, if you're looking for a new phone contract or SIM-only plan, you can find the best deals on greensmartphones.com. Simply find a phone or SIM that you want to buy, and you'll be able to find the cheapest prices on the market at the moment. Let's get started. There is no single cheapest mobile network in the UK at the moment. To find the best prices, you should look at smaller operators like VOXI, giffgaff, ID Mobile, and Smarty. Depending on the offers each is currently running and how much data you need, one of these companies will normally offer the best prices. Normally, you can expect to pay about £10 per month for a 10 to 15 GB monthly data limit on a 1-month contract. On the other hand, unlimited data will cost about £25 to £35 per month. However, you might be able to get an even better price than this if you're willing to commit for 12 or 24 months. If you are considering a contract, it's also worth looking at SIM reseller websites like E2Save. They often have very price competitive SIM-only deals, including some from the major networks themselves. If you do want to buy from one of the major networks, 3 is worth looking at. They're almost always the cheapest of the big 4. They also include unrestricted 5G speeds free of charge, unlike EE and Vodafone. Just note that if you do join a big network, you will have to commit to a contract to get the best prices. Small networks like VOXI and giffgaff are more focused on rolling monthly contracts, which are more flexible, but can be more expensive than committing for 12 or 24 months with another provider. To find the best prices at any given moment, no matter what contract length you want, remember to look at SIM-only deals on greensmartphones.com. Once you go to the SIM deals section, use the filters on the left to only show contracts that suit your needs, depending on the contract length you want and how much monthly data you need. Then, you'll be able to find cheap SIMs, sorted by the lowest average monthly cost. Apart from doing your research to find the cheapest providers on the market, here are some other ways to save money on a SIM-only plan. Take a look at your historic data usage to find out how much data you actually need. On most phones, you can see how much data you've used in the last month in the Settings app. Based on this, you can see whether you need unlimited data, or whether you could save money with a 10, 20, or 30 GB monthly data limit. Commit for 24 months if you can. While you will have to pass a credit check to do this, pay monthly SIM contracts can be a lot cheaper, especially if you're willing to commit for 2 years. Doing this also gives you access to a wider range of providers with cheap plans. For example, while VOXI is cheaper than 3 most of the time, VOXI doesn't have long-term contracts at the moment. This means that you can get a better price with 3 sometimes, if you're willing to commit for the long term. Avoid SIM plans with any extras. Some networks include extra benefits on some plans, which makes these tariffs more expensive. Most networks have a cheap tier of SIMs, and then another more expensive tier with included benefits like free Disney+, which you might not want to pay more for. Take a look at social tariffs if you're on benefits. These are special SIM plans available to those on pensions and other government payments that are cheaper than regular SIM deals. To learn more about social tariffs, read our guide on the subject, which is linked in the description. Before you commit to using a certain mobile network, it's a good idea to check and make sure that they have good coverage in your area. In the UK, there are 4 major mobile networks: 3, EE, O2, and Vodafone. Each of the smaller providers like VOXI, giffgaff, and ID Mobile use one of these big 4 networks to service their customers. They buy data in bulk and resell it, allowing them to offer more price competitive SIM deals. But if the parent network being used doesn't have good signal at your address, you might not get the fastest possible speeds. If you buy a 5G SIM and have a 5G compatible phone, it pays to make sure that your town, village, or city has good 5G coverage with that network to ensure you get the best possible speeds. On greensmartphones.com, if you click more details under a given plan, you can find a quick link to the network's coverage map. Put in your postcode on the provider's website and look for good 4G and 5G coverage where you live before buying a SIM from that provider. And remember, you can use the comparison engine on our website to find the best prices on SIM plans, no matter how much data you need. If you have any questions about finding a cheap data SIM, leave a comment below and we'll get back to you.